Hello and welcome to Hub City Now. I'm your host, Tyrone Tony Reed Jr. Thank you for joining us for another great show. We have another great guest, or should I say returning guest. We had Mary Ross, who is the Director of Sales, Catering and Marketing at Doubletree by Hilton Jackson here in May. She was here to tell us about the announcement by Doubletree Hilton Jackson of a commitment of 100 volunteer hours to be spent among the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition, RIFA Jackson, and Boys and Girls Club of Jackson. And we were very thankful for that announcement and for them getting that together. For those who don't know who Mary Ross is, who are you? I mean, she is a Sterling Award winner. She was also recognized as the most influential woman by City of Jackson Mayor Scott Conger. And she's done so much. She shared about her, how she got to the position that she's in today. So go back and listen to that May conversation. But today she's here to talk to us about another project that's very dear to her heart, and that is with the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition. So without any further ado, I'd like to welcome Mary Ross to the show. Thank you for being with us again today.
Thank you, Tony. Thanks for having me back.
So we're here to talk about 3 events today. The Military Ball, which will be held Thursday, November 2nd. The 10th Annual Celebrating Our Veterans Program, which will be held Friday, November 10th. And the 8th Annual Downtown Veterans Day Parade, which will be held in downtown Jackson Saturday, November 11th.
Yes.
So let's before we get any further, tell us about how you got involved with the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition.
So my husband's a veteran. Only person in my family who has ever been a veteran, but I got involved back about 12 years ago when we started. Jackson, Madison County had nothing to do for veterans over the Veterans Day holiday. Mm-hmm. So Marty Clements, the EMA director at that time, his dad was military, and he kind of got a group of about 10 of us together and said we want to do something, and it's grown, and we've just continued to reach out and love on our area veterans, mm-hmm. and something he's still very much a part of, but we're all honored to have been chosen to step up and love on veterans.
Right. Tell us what the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition is and what it does.
So throughout the years, we've tweaked the coalition a little bit. We started, of course, with a Friday night celebration. Mm-hmm. 2 years later, added a parade. Our original first and second parade was held over at the ballpark, Sportsplex area. Mm-hmm. We quickly outgrew that and ended up moving downtown.
Okay.
So we have anywhere from 75 to 100 participants in the parade. Mm-hmm. We have people who come through who are veterans. We have people who come through to entertain veterans. Mm-hmm. Just kind of depends on what all's going on. But, we've landed a Black Hawk helicopter. We've had a Vanderbilt Life Flight helicopter. We've done Hummers in the parking lot for kids to kind of come check out. Mm-hmm. We've had Miss Volunteer America on her inaugural year showed up for both our ball last year as well as our parade. We also, Miss Tennessee, Miss Jackson volunteer, Madison County volunteers. So we have, from time to time, we have some popular people who just pop in with us to love on veterans. But we've actually awarded we have $30,000 that we will be awarding throughout the year of 2023, which was funds raised mm-hmm. back in 2022 ball.
Okay.
We've probably the best thing that we've done all year. We've actually had 33 grant applications come in. Mm-hmm. Out of those 33, as of the end of September or mid-September, we're at now, we've approved 29 of those.
Wow.
So we've actually given away to a needy veteran, active duty person, almost $23,600 in grants.
That's amazing.
So we've touched lives probably, it's really sad. In the month of August was the first time we've ever just reached our maximum monthly cap because we've always had a little rollover. Mm-hmm. So we went through our rollover funds and we exceeded the $2,300 that we were able to give away in August. Received an application from a veteran who lives on $1,000 a month. He had ran out of food, didn't have enough to get him through the month. And we're sitting there looking at the numbers, and we don't have any money until September 1 because we've granted it to be able to pay forward.
Right.
The committee that I'm a part of with the Veterans Coalition and the Veterans in Crisis, we all sat back because the last thing we want to know is there's a veteran who's going hungry.
Right.
So we kind of passed the hat. Hey, we're all at church. Let's pass the hat, see what we can do. We were able to love on that veteran and give him money to finish out the month, but it hurts my heart to know that there's people out there who they've served our great country and they're living on so little money they can't afford to eat in today's world.
That's right.
So we're very fortunate to be there to help those people in crisis. And we had a 38-year veteran who actually had a stroke, which is, hard when you're that age. Two small children at home, his wife. And we were able to bless his family by paying his mortgage payment and his light bill because he's in the hospital, he's out of work.
Right.
And those are people that we want to have blessings to. We want to be able to help someone when they're down because, we all know they were out there helping us when they were serving their country.
That's right.
But we give out about 6,500 patches per year to our veterans. We last year's Grand Marshal for the parade was the 129th Army Band out of Nashville.
Okay.
This year, the Grand Marshal is going to be the Jackson District Disabled American Veterans.
Okay.
So they're going to come out and ride through. We will have a couple members of royalty there. This Volunteer America team will be joining us, as well as Miss Volunteer America. So we got some people kind of coming in to show some love to our veterans who aren't even from here. Right. That's right. We've also put memorial coins in all 4 of the veteran cemeteries across the state. So Knoxville, Strawberry Plains, which is the same basic area, Middle Tennessee, in Nashville, Parker's Crossroads, and Memphis. So anytime a veteran is entombed at those cemeteries, they're given a memorial coin, or their families are given a memorial coin, not in place of a flag because they still receive a flag to carry home, but the coin is something that is symbolic for the veterans. They live on coins. So many veterans are thrilled when an upper officer gives them their coin. Right. Family's able to take that coin, carry it with them, put them in their purse, their wallet, whatever. And when you have a lonely time, a lonely moment, you're missing your family, you can kind of pull it out, look at it. It's a coin that comes in a black velvet case. It's going to have the gloved hands holding a folded American flag with the actual location of where their loved one's entombed. Okay. So we, put over 5,000 of those coins across the state, not just here in West Tennessee. Wow. But one of the great things about our coalition, and we've had sponsors who have done those in Middle and East Tennessee, but we provide help for our community. Every dollar that we raise at the ball or chicken sales or anything that we do to raise money, everything stays in West Tennessee. So Tennessee River to Shelby County line, we provide help in 20 counties. Okay. We bless people as long as they meet the criteria. It's an immediate crisis situation, which is going to be housing, food, a way to work. We approve light bills, water bills, that kind of thing that are going to make a difference. Helping a homeless vet get off the street, helping a veteran with medication that's outside their budgeting plans. So our committee, we started last year with 5 people. We're up to 7 this year, but we've kind of become a family, and we're all a little unique because we have our own little things that we take care of. Right. A couple veterans who pull together the actual event that we're doing. They write the script, they practice it, they make sure that we have the full dining out experience for those of us who are not veteran. And then you have Jackie Utley, who is very involved with the DAR, does veteran services for them, as well as her former husband, deceased husband, was a veteran, and she just kind of puts everything together. I've got Megan Holt, who gets out and she literally works hard on the IT side, making sure tickets are available online. And then you have myself, who sells it and tries to make everything happy. And my goal this year is 50,000. So,
Right.
we've got a large chunk that we're trying to bring in so that we have a fully sponsored 2024 Veterans in Crisis grant.
Right. That's right. That's right. So this is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. There might be someone who might not be able to make it to the military ball Thursday, November 2nd. How can they? And we're gonna mention this a lot. How can people give to the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition? What ways are available for them to do that?
So we actually have PayPal.
Okay.
We also you can share on Facebook. You can do the meta search for giving. And then you can, if you just want to be able to call and give a donation. I mean, we've had about $4,000 that have came in this year for 2023's crisis grant.
Okay.
So we do have some people who give monthly funds. We have people who have an extra $100. I just want to give money for that. And we're very open. If you are wanting to support the Veterans in Crisis grant, which is what the military ball goes toward, you just tag a check. You tag the payment process as Veterans in Crisis.
Okay. All right. And we'll put that information up on our show's Facebook page. To let people, hey, you might want to set up something where you give $100 a month. Hey, you can do that, or $1,000. If they're out there, if you're out there and you want to give $1,000, feel free. If you want to give more, give more. But the military ball will be held Thursday, November 2nd at Madison Downs, 6 p.m. cocktail hour, 7 p.m. plated dinner. This year's guest speaker is Congressman Mark Green. I pulled up his bio. I pulled up some things out of his bio. I wanted to just share that really quick. Congressman Mark Green will be the speaker. He first took, this is from his biography, he first took the oath of office to represent the 7th District of Tennessee in Congress January 3rd, 2019. It is the exact oath he first took as a cadet on the historic plane at West Point more than 30 years earlier. As a successful business leader, decorated combat veteran, ER physician, and former Tennessee State Senator, Green is uniquely equipped to represent the people of his district. He serves as chairman of the House Committee on Homeland Security and is a member of the House Committee on Foreign Affairs. He grew up in Mississippi. After graduating from West Point, Green came to Tennessee in his last assignment in the Army as the flight surgeon for the Premier Special Operations Aviation Regiment. As a Night Stalker, Green was deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan in the War on Terror. His most memorable mission was the capture of Saddam Hussein. During the mission, he interviewed Hussein for 6 hours. The encounter is detailed in the book Green authored, A Night with Saddam. Congressman Green was awarded the Bronze Star, the Air Medal with V device for valor, among many others. He also, during his service in the Army, Green founded an emergency department staffing company that grew to over $200 million in annual revenue. The company provided staffing to 52 hospitals across 11 states. He also founded 2 medical clinics that provided free health care to underserved populations in Memphis and Clarksville, as well as numerous medical mission trips throughout the world. His 24 years of service between the United States Military Academy, Active Duty Army, and Army Reserves have impressed upon him the need for well care for military families. Green made veteran families a priority during his time in the Tennessee State Senate and has continued to do so during his time in Congress. Fulfilling a promise to his constituents, his first bill introduced in the House was the Protecting Gold Star Spouses Act, which allows surviving spouses to continue receiving benefits during government shutdowns. He introduced another bill for Gold Star families, the Protecting Gold Star Children Act, which would drastically reduce taxes on military survivor benefits on many Gold Star children. Green has also worked to improve resources for the mental and physical health of veterans. So I read all that because I just wanted to show that you all aren't, slacking on the guest speakers. You all really got somebody who really understands what veterans go through and the sacrifices not only they have made, but their families have made, and how he's worked to provide for those people. I mean, I honestly think that veterans shouldn't have to pay for anything once they've done their service. I mean, it just makes sense. You've been fighting for this country, and you've sacrificed your time, and you've sacrificed years, family time. I mean, we all know those who have military family members that, it's not an easy thing for the person that's serving and the family members. There are sacrifices that have to be made. But guest speaker will be Congressman Mark Green. Tell us about the military ball. What can people who attend expect from the military ball? I know I rattled on a long time, but I just thought that was amazing, the guest speaker that you all had.
Yeah, we're real excited. So this is our second one. Last year was George Patton Waters, the grandson to General George Patton. Mm-hmm. And he kind of brought in and give us the vision of what his grandfather was like, a true patriot who fought wars and did that greatly, wasn't so great in a home life. Mm-hmm. But during our time spent with him, it was pretty amazing night. We started off with a presentation of colors. We did a formal, so the military has a dining-in program where only veterans show up for a formal ball.
Okay.
Then they have a dining out program where civilians are allowed to come in. Mm-hmm. It's toned down a little bit from what I'm told.
Okay.
But we went through the traditional cake cutting ceremony where the youngest veteran in the building served cake to the oldest veteran. It's cut with a sword.
Okay.
We went through the MIA POW table for each branch of service. Mm-hmm. We did the bell ringing service at the end and went through grog bowls and limericks and toast and keynote speaker. Mm-hmm. And, sitting back and listening and meeting someone as huge as Pat Waters kind of put our bar high at that point because we needed to come back big. Mm-hmm. With some help with Chris Todd and AJ Massey, who both know Mark Green, was able to reach out and kind of speak to Weston Watts, his field rep.
Okay.
It was nice because Congressman Green actually had been informed of our ball. He was aware of the great things that we were doing in West Tennessee and was very happy to volunteer to come help us.
Okay.
And this is one of those events. We have not paid for speakers. We've been very blessed. Pat Waters funded his trip here, also funded a large chunk of our event. He doesn't even live here, but he believes in what we do.
Right.
This year being the 20-year anniversary of Operation Red Dawn, where mm-hmm. Congressman Green actually took care of Saddam Hussein and interviewed him during the flight out of Iraq. So it's very fitting that we were able to get him on a special year. But we're looking forward. Being a 501c3 program, we're actually nonpartisan. So it's not going to be about him running for office. It's not going to be about his insights and his affiliation. It's going to be about what he did during his service and what made him the person that he is currently and why he's willing to fight for other veterans like him. Mm-hmm. So we're pretty excited about that. And I've talked to a lot of people who know him, and he's a wonderful, wonderful person. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to reading the book. My book will be here Friday. But reading that and being able to spend a couple hours just visiting and getting to know him and and hearing about what he's done.
Right.
And then at the end, we're going to look forward to starting January 1 off strong with a new Veterans in Crisis amount that we're able to reach out and help other veterans in our area when they're facing a hard time.
Right. That's right. That's right. So there are many sponsorships that you can get. I don't know if you want to go through all of them right now, but you can go to Facebook, facebook.com/WTN Veterans Coalition to find out more information. And all proceeds benefit the 2024 Veterans in Crisis Grant Fund. Again, this is Thursday, November 2nd, 2023, at Madison Downs. Go ahead.
I was going to say, this year's sponsor is actually one of the people who is on the coalition as well as the Veterans in Crisis Committee.
Okay.
And he's a Vietnam vet. His name's Barry Clark, formerly with American Access.
Okay.
But last year, American Access was one of our title sponsors. And once Barry got in and got involved, he decided this was something that he believed in. So he not only paid for the full title sponsorship himself, but he became a part of our group. And
Okay.
It's an amazing time to be able to share something so amazing, because all Vietnam vets weren't shown love when they came home.
That's right. That's true. That's true.
And Barry has a very good heart where other veterans are concerned, and we're just we're very privileged to be able to work with him on this event.
That's right. That's right. So tickets are $100 per person, $75 for military. Business table sponsorship opportunities are available. We will put a link up to this event. Formal dress attire is requested, and again, all proceeds benefit the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition Veterans and Crisis Grant Fund.
And if you're coming to the ball, bring some extra money, because we are going to add a silent auction this year to the back. So we'll have some neat little items that have been donated. If you would like to donate and you aren't in a place where you can purchase tickets or tables, we'll take donations to get some active income coming through for the auction.
All right. Our next event will be the 10th annual Celebrating Our Veterans program, which will be held Friday, November 10th. Where will that be? Tell us about that program.
So that's going to be at Englewood Baptist Church, and we will have a keynote speaker, which will be Roy Cash, grandson to Johnny Cash.
Okay.
He's going to come talk about his time in the Army, going to go through things that he faced over his years, and I've been told he will conclude the night with Ragged Old Flags. So, and that's going to be portrayed by his grandfather, Johnny Cash. So, pretty excited about hearing that version and kind of getting to meet him and hearing what he has to talk about during his time served.
That's awesome. That is awesome. What time will that be?
We start at 6 at Englewood. We will have some vendor tables set up. So, the Madison County Veterans Service Coordinator, Disabled American Veterans, Marine Corps League, normally have a Narcan class there. So there's just different tables that people are able to come in, mingle through. I hear most of the time there's some Doubletree cookies available on the way out. But we want everybody to kind of come out, have some time to talk to the veteran services in our area, to be able to find any information they have, and then go enjoy an evening related to something that they've all gone through.
Right, that's right. And we have 7 more minutes. So the 8th annual Downtown Veterans Day Parade will be held in downtown Jackson Saturday, November 11th. Tell us about that event.
So this is my 3rd year as the actual chair of the parade. First time that I've been responsible for it to actually fall on November 11th.
Okay.
So I'm real excited about that. And we're going to have we're going to start this year at about 10:45 at the Civic Center parking lot. We're going to have a special rendition of the national anthem, which will be sung there. We will be given a proclamation by both the city and the county mayor, as well as we have requested a local minister who's also a Vietnam vet to
Okay.
do a special veterans prayer of that day prior to us being able to kick the parade off at 11 a.m.
Right.
And of course, then we'll go through downtown Jackson, we back to the Civic Center before wrapping up, and then we'll head to the bridges so we can fly some flags for a couple hours over the interstate. So,
Okay.
got a lot of stuff coming up.
That's awesome. 11, 11, 11.
Yes. Yes.
So make sure, how can people get in touch with you all if they want to join, or if they know some veterans that may need help? How do they contact the West?
So, Facebook, West Tennessee Veterans Coalition,
Mm-hmm.
and they also can give me a call. My cell number is area code 423-341-3330. It's pretty much everywhere. I think we've written it in every building around town, so it's easy to find me. All else fails, call the Doubletree and ask for Mary. You will find me. But you can go on Facebook, Eventbrite. If you search Military Ball, Jackson, Tennessee, Eventbrite's going to take you to the ticket login.
Okay.
If you're interested in doing a table sponsor for the ball, we've got anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000 sponsorships. If you're looking to get an application for the parade, you can also do that just by giving me a phone call, 423-341-3330.
All right. All right. Again, the military ball is Thursday, November 2nd, 2023. The 10th annual Celebrating Our Veterans program will be held Friday, November 10th. And the 8th annual Downtown Veterans Day Parade will be held in downtown Jackson Saturday, November 11th, which is Veterans Day.
Yes, sir.
So please, whatever you can do to help the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition continue doing the great things they're doing in the community, please do. If you know veterans who need help, who need to be part of this group, let them know. If you can give money, if you can give your time to help the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition, please contact them. I'm sure they'd be more than happy to have you be a part of the coalition and help them out. And if you have money,
We take all money. We love money.
if you can help, please do. Again, a lot of these veterans have given, all these veterans have given their time, have sacrificed so much to make sure that this country stays free, that it stays protected, that we enjoy the liberties that we have today. So let's do what we can to take care of them. We're taking care of the ones here in West Tennessee. If you at least take care of the ones that you live around, that you're around every day, that you see every day, at least the least that you can do is take care of those people and their families and be there for them. Let's not forget them when they come back. Let's do what we can to help them and support them and thank them whenever you can for their service. Thank you again to Mary Ross for coming and talking to us about these three great events. We will be replaying this show, or we'll replay it. We will play it this month, in October, and in November. So you will remember this event and remember to help this coalition and the great work that they're doing. Thanks again for being here.
Thanks for having me.
We will have this information up on our Facebook page. Please, whatever way you can help, whether you can go to the military ball or not, please donate. Please donate to the Veterans and Crisis Emergency Grant. Contact the West Tennessee Veterans Coalition. If you know veterans who need help, who are needing help, please do what you can. Please help the coalition. But if you live next door to a veteran, or if you know someone who's a veteran in your church, don't wait for the coalition to come. Step up and help out. Whether you're taking turns bringing meals to them because they have no one else, that they're by themselves. If they don't have a car, maybe you can drive them to their doctor appointments and take turns. I mean, we have to step up and help the veterans, help the people who have taken care of us, who have protected us throughout the years. So by doing that, we can all help one another and do the right thing, which is what we're called to do. So thank you all so much for tuning in to Hub City Now. Thank you all for taking the time to watch the show. Please share it with others. Please support these events. Please look up West Tennessee Veterans Coalition. They're on Facebook. You can find out more information about the events that are coming up, and you can find out ways on how to help. I hope you all have a wonderful and blessed week. Take care of one another, watch out for one another, and love each other. And we'll see you next week. God bless.